Welcome to another video. I'm going to be sharing with you how I made this trending Zara cap for the first time. I have already done the base, although I cut everything at the same time, but I'm only going to show you how I did the design, not the base in this video. So as I was cutting the fabric, I just cut all the the length rather, 28 inches. So I cut the body 28 inches by 14, and then these designs I'm going to be cutting the same 28 inches because I didn't want my fabric to be looking anyhow. After cutting, I made the remaining fabric, so I maintained that 28 inches. I only made these ones 3.5, and there are 7 pieces. And then I cut wordings. The wordings are 1.5. I think I used 1 inch because I already had this wordings cut for something else. I wanted to use it for something else. So when I saw this style, I wanted to try, so I decided to use these pieces. Now, from experience, when I want to pass my wording through fabric, and I had already torn the fabric, so I want to pass the wording, it ends up making the wording lose shape because it is going to stretch the wording. So this method you see me doing in this video is better. It doesn't stretch the wording as much as it would if you are passing only the wording through the loop. I hope you understand. I'm just saying, whatever works for you, do it. So this is what I did, and this is what's working for me. So for the stitch part, you can make it be at the center before you iron. So here I'm just trying to straighten my wording on the inside. Make sure that the wording is lying flat on the inside. So I'm going to do all 7. I'm going to iron them, and then I'm going to mark the center of every piece. So this style is not one that you can rush. It requires time. You take your time. So you just mark the center of all the 7 pieces, and you also mark the center of your Zara cap base. If you're yet to subscribe, please now subscribe and share my videos. I always like to read your comments, although I don't like negative comments. If you put negative comments, I may delete it immediately because I don't like negativity in my videos. So please, if you don't have a good comment, you can leave the comment part, but please share the video, like it so that other people can see it. And don't forget to subscribe. Thank you. Okay, so for this part now, you can decide to use your glue. What's it called? B6000. You can decide to use your B6000 or UHU, or not glue gun. I don't advise glue gun. So you can decide to use your glue to mount the 7 pieces at the center there. But I do not want to use glue because I think that the glue will make the movement restricted. There will be friction at that middle point. You will get what I'm saying very soon. So right now I'm going to be placing all 7 pieces on top of each other. There's no difference, like everything is straight down. I'm placing them on top of each other straight. You understand? So at that middle mark that I made with my pencil, so I'm going to make this last one a little bit different because I do not want my thread and the fact that I did this to be obvious on the outside. Remember, this last piece is what we will be seeing. Everyone will be seeing when you wear the turban, so I don't want any form of friction or distortion. So this way, when I'm moving my pieces up and down, it will be unrestricted. There's no way you can tell that I did tacking here. As you can see, it's all smooth and flat. Can you see? So if you use glue, you can also get this smooth and flat surface, but for the glue, you know, when you're arranging those pieces on the sides, it may cause some friction. That's what I thought anyway. Maybe when you try it, you'll have also a good result also. But this is the way I did mine. I'm going to just stack. I'm going to just make knots and secure my thread before cutting off the excess. So now that middle point is secured. I have my 7 pieces all on each other, all straight, and then now I'm going to start arranging my pieces first on the right side. So I'm going to use this, my glue, my B6000. Now take note of where I'm putting my glue on the middle, the same middle for the first one, for the first piece, on the middle there. So the first one must be at the middle point, and then for the next one, you see where I'm putting my glue is toward the top, the middle toward the top of that first piece before I place the second one. And then if you watch, you see the way I'm making a curve. So I made it go up a little. The slope is upward and then downward. Do you understand? Upward from the beginning and then downward. Can you see? I've lifted it up a little, just a little. Then downward at the end there. So they will all be meeting at the same point at the back there, while the layerings will be a little bit away at the beginning. You see the way it is? So it's now forming like pleats, and then at the end I place all of them on top of each other evenly. So that's the same way I'm going to do for all the pieces of this right hand side. So just in case you're wondering, I didn't use up to a yard of the satin fabric that I started with. So now I'm going to tack that end. Remember, at the end there, everything is overlapping evenly. You can see the slopes and the curve on the way to that back. So now I'm tacking all the ends with the main base, the turban base, and I'm not leaving any threads obvious. I'm not making it obvious that I did any tacking there. Now for the left hand side, the same method you did for the right side is what you repeat here. The first piece will be at the middle. Make sure it's on the middle all the way to the back, and then you place the second one like that until you finish all the pieces. But this time around, when you're placing your glue, make it be on the downside, from the middle to the downside. Then at the end there, you can make it up down so that it will stick. If you do not understand what I'm saying, or you don't understand what you are seeing me doing, you can ask your questions in the comment section. I'll answer them as soon as possible. So my glue is down, like the middle to the bottom side of the previous piece. I hope you understand. And then I lift it up at the end there. I lift it up so that they will all be equal at the middle. So what you see me doing with my hand, holding the main thing with my hand, you can do this on your mannequin. So if you are doing it on your mannequin, you can decide to apply the glue on the pieces before you arrange it. You understand? So instead of this side, the way I'm putting my glue now, you will do it on the piece that is dangling, and then place it. So you can just use whatever style, whatever method works for you. So that, like this now, you can create this style even if you don't have a mannequin to work with. So you can see the excesses at the back there. I'm just going to do my tacking on this side first, and then I'll cut off the excesses. If you're yet to subscribe, please don't go without hitting the subscribe button, and share my videos, please, so that other people will see these videos. I'm trying to put my needle back through the same hole or very close to the previous place it came out from. I hope you understand. So I'm making my thread obvious at the back here because it is the back, and I'm going to cover it. But that center front that we did earlier, the tacking I did earlier at the center front to hold all the pieces together, you saw the way I did it. I didn't let it come out on the outside. So thank you for watching this video so far. I'm going to leave the rest for you to watch, and I'd already done the back design. Maybe I'll upload the video how I did it after this one. So I'm going to attach that after closing that back neatly. And like I always emphasize in my videos, make sure you weave the cap before you finish it and give to your customer. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.